I'm coming.
You are a private investigator. I'm trying to find my husband.
You're a cop. What the hell do you want?
I need a consultant.
You have a motive?
Two men ends up in
All
the belly of a
right.
car.
Good. Okay. Tabula. Today we're gonna be gossiping with the truth of Koma. Relaxing as we do with the truth of Koma. Right, Seba. We're gossiping with the truth. And we're gonna be talking about Lerato Lamoya. This is what they call soul partner for those who are going through this. Remember that when we go through on this spiritual journey, some awakening, it comes through love. So we're going to talk about that. The sacred love, you know. Anyway, the reason why I want to talk to you about this is because I was watching something. There was this woman in what's this place called? Ghana, Mama something. So she was talking about, you know, that she's married to this spiritual, this water thing, you know, those kind of things. But anyway, it kind of reminded me of Lerato Lamoya, you know, Baratani Bamoya, like this kind of spiritual connection and how it is like and how it starts and stuff like that. So that is what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about that. And since there are a lot of people going through this, I thought, why not? Let's talk about it. Because as spiritual people, remember, okay, let me just talk about something that I found that a lot of people might be thinking that it is that and in the wrong way. The spiritual, what they call it, spiritual wife, spiritual husband kind of thing. There might be a little bit of some overlap with that. But anyway, we are not talking about that bit because that bit, a lot of people look at it in a negative way. Now we're going to be talking about this. This is the journey of the soul, right? When you're meeting someone in physical like someone in real life, and then you meet them spiritual first. That's what we're going to be talking about. And then you go through the journey, the spiritual journey. Your ancestors, spirits and guides, they get you through love. They get you through love. You go on this journey. Remember, some people, they get sick before they accept that they've got a calling. So some people, they do not go through that bit. They go through that love kind of bit, the Kundalini part. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be talking to you about. So, how are you guys? How are you doing? How's everyone? Because I can see there are about 5 people, including me, I guess. 5 people there. Why am I not being able to? Okay, to join a chat. Okay. So, how are you guys doing? Remember that we are gossiping with the truth. So, you might want to talk. If you're going through this, we'll talk about it. Because I think there are people going through this journey. Remember, we're talking about the sacred kind of connection that other people go through before they hear their ancestors, the signs that comes with that and things like that. But we'll go through it nicely. But at the moment, since we're just starting, we're just easing in nicely. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing there? I can see there are 5 people there. How are you guys doing? Before we properly start. So how are you? Anyway, since I can't see anyone talking there, people are quiet. Anyway, I'll talk. This connection, spiritual connection, is part of spiritual awakening. You get through that to get to your ancestors. They will get you through that. They will introduce you to that so that the person they're introducing you to, like Lerato Lamoya, your soul partner, will be the one directing you towards them. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Remember that. So anyway, what do I start with? How does it start? Anyway, I've done a video about this in the Sotho, with the Sotho version of it. So I'll try and convert the Sotho version to the English before I start nicely. Remember, we're gossiping with the truth. We're going to talk about it properly. Now we're just starting so that we get you in the mood. So when your person comes, this is from the journey of the soul, right? The journey of the soul. This person is like your other half. You meet this person spiritually first, right? So when your person comes, this is Sotho to English, and then we'll get into it properly nicely. You will know. The person will find you. If it's a woman or a male, they will find you. You won't be ready. You'll be lacking somewhere when they find you. It's like they're coming to help give you that kind of a boost first before. Anyway, and when they come, they'll come through the dreams first. I'm talking about a spiritual soul partner, right? Soul partner. They'll come through to you through dreams first. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes some people they don't meet them through dreams first. They meet them physically, then the dream comes afterwards. Okay? So when that happens, those dreams will be showing you about this person that you're about to be meeting, or the person you've met. But when the dream comes, it will change a lot of things, because that dream, it will be a spiritual kind of dream. It will change everything, the way you look at things. Remember that, the way you look at things. The moment you get the dream, things changes. Remember, you're not going to be, if you've met this person physically, you're not going to be looking at them in the same ways that you were looking at them. It will change. That's what they mean. Anyway, then you're gonna be like you're gonna meet each other. You're gonna know each other. Like you know that there's something between the two of you. There's something intense that you don't yet understand. Obviously, one of you might be understanding it if they've gone through that first, but the other might not understand it at the same time. Okay, then you'll know what you mean, what you're meant to be doing. Okay, I'm talking about the two of you. But sometimes this is where it can be problematic. Okay, I wanted to make it easy this one. Sometimes when you meet, right, this person, this is your spiritual partner. You meet first in the dream state. When you meet physically, a lot of things will change, right? You'll know that there's something different there between. This is no longer like natural. It's something that cannot be controlled. I'm talking about when you meet physically. Your meeting you feel the intense connection between the two. You both of you will feel it, right? Now let's leave that one, because that one will take me to formality, and I don't want to go into formality now. I want to talk about it properly in a gossipy way. Now, remember this person when they come to you at the early stages. Remember at the early stages, guys. How are you doing anyway? Looks like you guys are quite there. So remember, in the early stages, not everyone will go through this journey. Remember, we go through this journey in different ways. Spiritually, we go through this journey in different ways. So not everyone will understand what I'm talking about here. Only when you've gone through it, you'll understand what I'm saying. Because the same way that you will get to understand ancestors is the same way that even this other half, this your soul partner, Lerato Lamoya, you will feel the same way. The changes will be similar, because what happens is that this person is a way for you to go through to your ancestors. But since we don't want to be formal about this, we're going to be talking simpler. So when you meet this person, guys, you're going to be how are you? Yes. So when you guys remember that, if you like the video, come on. We're starting, right? We're starting. Encouragement there. Likes. Oh, it's working. I thought it was not working there. So, guys, we're talking about Lerato la Moya, your spiritual. Okay, I'll put it as a spiritual partner, I guess, for now. It is a connection. You're meeting this person for you to be able to heal yourself the way you're supposed to. This person is there to help you back to yourself, so that you can go within, so you can look at the things that need to be healing and go through the healing process. They are not coming for other things. Obviously, you'll be feeling the feels, right? The love. But remember, it is for the spiritual journey. It is for that purpose. So anyway, when you meet this person, will be like, remember, as people, sometimes, especially people who meet this your Lerato la Moya, your other half, right? There will be a lot of things that people haven't yet healed, or they're unable to go back to that bit of themselves to heal themselves. So ancestors, spirits and guides will introduce you to this person, the one that you will know that is not natural. Whatever you'll be, when you meet the person, you'll know things that are happening are not natural, right? The same way as ancestors, when you hear them, you'll know that this is not like natural kind of things. You hear different people. Even when you meet this person, you will know that this is not natural kind of thing that you understand, like the physical kind of love that you know. This will be totally different. It is nothing to do with like just falling in love. It is a sacred kind of union. When you meet, you meeting this person specifically for you to grow spiritually. They are there to direct you back to yourself, so that you can hear things you're supposed to hear properly. You go back to being able to hear the ancestor spirits and guides. This is another line, guys, I'm talking about. I am not talking about when you collapse, you wake up, you're in the Gobela's house, you something goes, you go blind, or you cannot walk and stuff like that. Then you realize that you need to go and initiate. I'm talking about when ancestors, they use love, the highest form of love, to get you to hear them properly. Anyway, Zoelo Tobela, Zoelo, good to see you again. Good to see you too. Matlapa, Relocha. Yes. So when they make you meet this person, guys, like I said, you will be feeling the feels. The things that are happening to you will not be natural, right? Obviously, you go through some kind of emotions that you've never felt before, because it's not normal. It's not like the day-to-day kind of things that other people understand, like the way that when you meet someone, you fall in love, you want to kiss, cuddle, go to bed and stuff like that, tell each other you love each other, right? This one is different, guys. This one is when you have no say in it. You just feel the feels. And you do not understand why you're feeling the feels. You cannot control it. It's so intense. That is what I'm talking to you about. So anyway, that is Lerato la Moya, Barata ni ba Moya, guys. We're talking about the soul connection. The soul connection. That's when ancestors are using someone. Sometimes, actually, you would have what I've noticed as well, some people they would have met someone, and then after some time, and they don't hear from them and stuff like that, and boom, they have that dream. They come into their conscious awareness, and boom, they go mental. I'm talking about it as in mental, but it's not mental. It is spiritually mental. They are mixed together. It's like you actually cannot tell. You don't remember your name as you know it before. You start calling yourself by spiritual names when you meet these people. If you are a male, when you meet the woman, even you do not understand what is happening to you. You start wondering why you're hearing drums playing in your head. But now it's no longer drums. It's like you start hearing love songs being played in your head. Your ancestors are trying to get you fast by using a woman, by using love. That is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Right? But now, why does this thing happen to others and it doesn't happen to other people? Why is it selective? Why aren't we going through the same thing as spiritual people? Why aren't we going that way? I call it the messy bit. That is the only way that I can think of it, because it is very messy. You have no say in it as a human being, and things are just happening as they're supposed to happen. And everything is controlled by the higher people, the ancestor spirits and guides, and your higher self, I guess, and the source, I guess. They get involved in your day to day, as you'll just be living as you're living, like me, drinking this, what is it, Nick's Kicks juice. So Angela, today I made it. I've been missing your lives. Angela, welcome. Guys, remember, tick those clicks. Remember that when you're ticking those things, I think they help with the, what they call it, analytical things. Tick, 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 help me grow. Anyway, so yes, I'm here to talk about Lerato la Moya, guys. Some people don't understand this Lerato la Moya, right? When Lerato la Moya happens, I'm talking about the soul partner path. If you go through the soul partner path, guys, it's one of those things that sometimes a lot of people might consider them to be like you have a spiritual husband or you have a spiritual wife. They might think that is what it is. You have a spiritual something, when it is that Varatani Bamoya, because the signs that the way I've seen people talking about it is almost similar. But this one, guys, it's nothing to do with the sex that people get in dreams. This one is just to do with what this person is helping you spiritually to grow. It's to help you with your development. Remember that bit. But yes, the other bit, it is a plus if it happens in dreams. But, and when it happens, that one, the one that people don't like talking about, people start cleansing after they have that. When it happens, it's different, of course. Like I said, this Varata Niva Moya bit, it is a different kind of connection, guys. It is not natural. In physically, it's not natural. In dream state as well, it's not natural. But it is a way for ancestors to get through to you faster. They will use that bit. They will use the soul partner path. They will use that road. You'll go through that. So remember that, like I said, some people will go through that specifically, because remember, as people, even though we might become healers and stuff like that, the reason we are going through different kind of things is that sometimes, or obviously, when you go through this path, the soul partner path, they will show you, your people will show you. This is why they'll do the slides for you. They'll do the slides for you in dreams or even in visions. They'll do slides for you to show you that you've gone through with this person for different kind of lifetimes with them. Remember, guys, when I'm saying this, the journey of the soul and stuff like that, like I said, this one, you will have to have gone through it to understand what I'm saying. They'll show you the slide like that, like that, like that. you'll understand why when you're meeting someone like that, all of a sudden you don't understand what is happening to you. That is Baratani Bamoya. So it is intense. It is intense. It's not normal. It's not for the faint-hearted either. Now, how do people deal with that bit? Because this, like I'm saying, is not for the faint-hearted. How do people deal with it? How do we deal with it as people? Remember, for this one, you have your ancestors in the background. You have spirits and guides in the background guiding you, guiding this path. Remember that everyone is involved in it. They will be guiding this path, guiding this path. Sound like this is getting serious when I was trying to be light with this one. I wanted to go light on this, but it's like I'm getting serious with it. But anyway, they'll be guiding this path, guys, in the background, because what they're doing is that everything that happens to you, before they come to you, when they're opening you up, they'll be using this person to do everything. Okay, let me just put it this way. You might have met someone, because they use people, physical people, right? You might have met someone, you separated with this person for a long time, you've never actually even thought about it and stuff like that. And boom, the dream comes. The ancestral dream comes where they involve this person to open you spiritual, using the person of your, what they call it, the person that maybe you met before and you were in love, you didn't understand what kind of love it was. Maybe you met at a younger age, because sometimes these things happens differently for different people. Maybe you met at a young age, then boom, the dream comes. You start thinking about the person 24/7. You don't understand what is happening. That is Baratani Baboya I want to talk to you about. But that one, when it happens, guys, is nothing to do with sexual. That is the heartbeat. It is nothing to do with like you meeting. You're supposed to be meeting in that kind of sexual way. Even though you'll be the connection, you'll be feeling the feels where you want to jump to them. It's not supposed to be like that. If it happens to you, unfortunately, you'll be going through the feels. The early stages will be good. Yes, you'll be feeling good. The middle bit, that is when you start healing, when they start triggering you. Triggering means is that they'll be taking you back to you, where you're supposed to go deep within, so you can heal the bit of you that needs healing. Things that you've been suppressing. That is the ancestor spirits and guys' tricks. They're using people to heal us, but they're using love. Now, when they're using these people, remember that the reason why they get you, they attract you, they get you so fast is because that person, when they appear to you, when the moment they open your eyes spiritually, they open your eyes spiritually, meaning that you dream about them or you meet them and they activate that beat, like you remember something, because at the early stages you might not know that they're activating you. They activate you, right? You remember, what is this about this person? This person is making me feel the feels, right? They activate that bit of you. Once they've done that, guys, that is the end of you. Remember, you'll never be the same. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Jamila, Tobela. So once they open that bit, guys, that is the end. That is the end. You are now going to the spiritual. You are forcefully going into the spiritual journey. The ancestor spirits and guys, they'll be pulling you like this. They'll start using the Kundalini to open your chakras. You'll be going crazy, right? That beat where they get to you through the Kundalini, then that is the end of you. We can no longer talk about you as in you are existing as in physical terms. We just have to say you exist spiritual, because once they get you there, you're gone. Because they will introduce you to the purest kind of love. I'm talking about when they're cleansing you. when that energy is rising up you'll be feeling the feels that you've never actually felt in living, and I guess you have never felt them apart from probably you might have felt them spiritual, because the only way that anyone can have that kind of thing. Guys, this is the thing that if I'm explaining to you like this and you haven't gone through that road, your road was different. Your road was you got sick first. It is different. This road is when you get in love first. The ancestors, they use the love road. They introduce you to Lerato la Moya. It is messy. In a good way, though. It's a good way. Anyway, let me talk to you about what really happens. Remember that sometimes as people, I think I've mentioned this in one of the lives, as people, we have in ourselves, right? I might be like this, I might be like, you see me, I'm feminine and stuff like that, too much of it and stuff like that. When they introduce that person to you, that person is going to bring that part that is lacking, the masculinity bit. There's going to be something within you that they're balancing. They'll balance you properly. Like I'm saying, you'll never be the same. They are not coming for the kisses. They are coming to balance you properly. And what I'm saying, they're not coming for the kisses, is that you will be so obsessed because you'll be thinking about the kisses. Because obviously, if your ancestors have used the Kundalini beat, they've actually made you feel the feels. Because remember, that's them. They're controlling all these things. The ancestors, spirits and guides. They're making you feel all these feels. Let me put it this way, guys, if you haven't actually, you don't understand what I mean. Remember that sometimes when ancestors, they want you to introduce you to a song. They will be playing a song for you. You will hear a song in your head. Maybe when they're teaching you about songs, or sometimes when they're teaching you about drums or the drum beats, they want you to play the drum beats this way. You'll be hearing the drum beats the way your ancestors want you to play them. They're just teaching you how to play drums. So you'll be just like this, hearing the drum beats the way they want you to play. Like, your ancestors are teaching. Remember, they teach us like this. You'll be hearing, like, normally, like when you're hearing a music and stuff like that, you hear ancestors in your head singing a song like some sangoma song, meaning that they're teaching you that song. Right? They want you to write it down. You'll be singing it. You think you're hearing them in your head. Ancestors are singing. So first, before they do that, for this one, they get that person to get they get you to open that bit of you where you hear them through that person. They use the person to talk to you so that they open you up. Anyway, so that is just that one. That is when the ancestors are opening you up through the Barataniba Moy. And like I said, you have no say in it. These things just happen to you. All you're doing there is just you're there listening like I'm doing. Nothing else. You cannot do anything. You're just going crazy. Other people, when they, like when I'm saying to you, like sometimes when people are going through, you're shedding layers, right? You're shedding layers, like people say, all these layers, like you're going to these kind of things where you do not want to be around people and stuff like that. When ancestors are getting you through this Lerato la Moya, the soul partner, instead of you shedding the layers, ancestors are downloading, they are suffocating you with love. I am not talking about what you guys are thinking. What do you mean they're suffocating you with love? Well, how can someone suffocate you with love? This is spiritual, guys. When ancestors, they want you to hear them, they want you to listen to them, they want you to start your journey through this spiritual journey where you're going to be a healer or whatever you're going to be, helping people. They use love to open you up. Other people get sick. Your ancestors, they use love. Meaning that instead of you don't know what is happening to you, you're going, people, people are, instead of the other road why people are going crazy, like, and I'm saying crazy in a good way. Remember, when I'm saying crazy, I mean in a good way. Remember, when you're going through this spiritual journey, things happen to you. Things happen to us first. But this time, it's not things happening to you first. It is love happening to you. Uncontrollable kind of intense love. Crazy kind of love that you cannot explain it. You're just going crazy and thinking about something. And ancestors, they're working their magic. They're using the chakra to make you feel the things that you've never felt before. You do not want to be around people. You just want to be there, enjoying whatever it is that the ancestors are introducing you to. That is what I'm talking about. So, remember, guys, we are gossiping with the truth of God. Now, other people don't actually understand that this is spiritual. Other people go crazy and they just want it to be physical. Because remember, guys, when they're doing this, you're going through the Baratani Moya road, it means that you will have someone physically that you're going to be focusing on. Because they have to focus you on someone physical. Like there's going to be a female or a male that the ancestors they use, the physical living person that they use, so that your focus stay on that. They focus you on someone. I'm talking about when they're using love to awaken you. They're using love to open you up, spiritual. So now let's try to understand what this person is. Let's understand why ancestors do this. Why are they doing this? I mean, this one is crazy. Why are they doing this? Because remember, they're doing that in the early stages, right? They will do that to activate you, right? From there, then they withhold it. Where you're triggered, meaning that you have to now go through healing process. That is when you go crazy. Because you are no longer, you're going crazy with love. You're not able to be with the love of your life, and you're just going crazy. You think you're supposed to be with them, and you cannot be with them. You don't understand that this is spiritual. But when you're going through that, what the ancestors are trying to do is that they want you to go within, so that you can heal the bit that needs healing. But you'll be chasing the chaser. You'll be chasing the physical person when you're supposed to be spiritually going within. So that is when it becomes a problem. That's why we're going to be talking about this today. So that, guys, if you're going through that road, you understand that this is spiritual. Right? I'm going to be helping you. I know some of you are crying a lot because you think you're supposed to be with the spiritual person, the physical person. But ancestors, they don't want you to be with the physical person. Ancestors, they want you to start healing. They want you to go deep and heal things that you were not being able to heal. And now they got you through love. Now, why this is happening to a lot of people? Guys, why is this happening, guys? Why is this happening to a lot of us? Especially when you're going through when you're going through what they call it, when you're going through the self-initiation. Because the only way that ancestors can get you to really go within the cave in your head and start asking yourself questions is by introducing you to that. Now, let's talk about it in two different ways. Remember, you can awaken through pain. Now, I'm not talking about awakening through pain. I'm talking about awakening through love. When I'm saying awakening through pain means that you'll be going through the uncomfortable bit of things. But now, it's when you're awakening through the bubbly stages, the enjoyment. Oof. they laugh. That is what we are here to talk about, that bit. So this person is like your teacher, a female or male. Remember, it depends on whether remember sometimes you can be a female and your people can introduce you to a female, or you can be a male and they introduce you to a male who will take you for your spiritual growth, or you can be a male and you're introduced to a female, or you can be a female and you're introduced to a male. So it really that bit doesn't matter. It depends whether what needs to be balanced, because both of you both needs healing. You're gonna be healing the other bit of that person. That person is gonna be helping you heal the other bit. You are meeting to heal each other. That is the spiritual connection, guys. Spiritual connection. So, what else happens with this one? Excuse me. Now I understand what you're talking about. This has happened to me. I used to have dreams about my high school boyfriend and he's now married. I'll wake up in the morning thinking about him the whole day. Yes. Most of you, if you're going through the self-initiation route, they'll get you through life. It means that you probably were not thinking about someone, but the moment your ancestors, they open you spiritually, meaning that person gets you dream about them. Remember, this is directed. Ancestors and spirits and guides, they're in the background directing this beat. You dream about that person, you start going crazy. You do not understand why this is happening. Even that person, because remember they're there to help you. They're gonna meet you to activate you. They're gonna meet you like you're gonna physically meet to activate each other. Or even if it's not physically meet, you're gonna have communication where you're activating each other. Like as in, it's not gonna be just dreams. Guys, we're talking about things that as human beings we have no control of. His ancestors working this to help us so that we can start healing fast and then hear them properly. So they use these people so that we'll be able to hear them, we'll be able to sense. These people are used to open our sensory systems within us. Like you can hear, you can smell, you can taste, you can touch. They use these people spiritually in the dream state. They will use them to open you bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Meaning that they'll use this person to open your hearing. So your hearing will be heightened. You'll be able to hear ancestors when they're talking to you. Auditory, you'll be able to hear them. When they say clear audience, you'll be able to hear them. They use this person. This person, sometimes you'll be like, this is the early stages when they're opening up. Sometimes you'll be like sitting down there, the tricks will happen where you hear. Sometimes when they're opening you, you're opening out the senses where you're supposed to smell things. You know, like sometimes, like as healers, you can, when all your senses are opened, you can smell things. You can smell water. You can smell if the ancestors used to be smoking. If they were living, they used to smoke. Whatever they used to do, if it was smelling, you can smell that, oh, this is the ancestor who's like, this is coming. So they'll use all these senses. They'll open you using this person. Ancestors, they're doing that to the living people. They'll use the person to open the senses. You'll be there. You'll be there. They'll use the person to be able, like some healers, like when someone is about to come, so you can heal them. Okay, even I've got ancestors like that. Not me in person, I'm not like that, but I've got ancestors who are giving me gifts who are like that. Like they can tell you someone is gonna come. This person will be helping you do that. So the ancestors will use that person, meaning that they'll use them even in dreams, or even like you'll sense they're gonna be around. You'll sense it. That's when ancestors are opening up. You'll sense it. They will show you things in dream format, things that things that you need to be working on. They'll be using this person in the dream, telling you things that you need to work on. They'll be using a physical living person that you know, that you don't understand why. All of a sudden you're thinking about the person. They'll be using that person in dream state. That's what I'm talking about. Remember, we are gossiping with the truth. They'll be using this person in your dream to tell you all the messages that you need to hear. Those are your ancestors, spirits, and guides. They're getting you through life, and you don't understand why all of a sudden I have never felt, I have never heard, I've never sensed. It's ancestors, spirits, and guides. They are doing tricks on us. They're living, but it's a good way. Remember that this person is coming to help you spiritually grow. To help you spiritually grow. He's not supposed to come to make you go mental. How do you say it? Obviously, you're gonna go mental. I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth. You're gonna be obsessed, but they're gonna be helping you heal. Right? That's the bit that is very important. They're gonna be helping you grow spiritually, meaning that you're gonna be reaching stages that you never thought you could reach with the direction of this person in your dream state. Now, why am I talking about this person today? It's because a lot of people think that this person, when they start dreaming about them, it is supposed to be physical. You're supposed to be playing hide and seek, physical, with the person. Love hide and seek. Oh, I'm gonna find you in the bedroom. Go and hide for 10 minutes, I'll be there. Find me lying down in bed, waiting for you. This is spiritual, guys. This is spiritual stuff. This is when the ancestors are using you to make sure that you become the best you can be as a person, so that whatever you are here to do, you'll be able to do properly. Let's see what you guys say. Oh yes, it's true, because a few months later I met him. Oh, Digeledi. Oh, is a messy bit. That one. Remember that you can cry as much as you want to cry on this, because this is about the lovers. You cannot actually physically be lovers, but they are lovers as in spirit, and they are wishing. They are wishing that they were cuddly. I'm sorry, Dikelid. I met him physical in a mall. We spoke and he was in my mind for months. I was thinking about him day and night. It was crazy. Right, that is what it's all about, guys. This is one of those journeys that is messy. It is good. I'm saying it is messy because it's messy because if you do not know that this is spiritual, you're gonna be physically trying your tricks. You're gonna be physically trying your tricks to be around people you're not supposed to physically be around. But anyway, since this one is not something that you guys this is not something you can control, even with Muti. This one you cannot even do anything with Muti. Muti, you can go and get Muti. Guys, I advise, if you want to you just want to waste money, you go to a healer for Muti. This one is spiritual. You cannot control it with muti. Like I said, this is like one of those things, like, you know, when they say with ancestors, when they say no one can steal your gifts. No one can steal your gifts, meaning that no one can spiritually steal your gifts. No one can spiritually go reach your ancestors and force your ancestors to give them your gifts. It is the same as with this Baratani Bamoya. Physically, you cannot do anything, because remember, the whole thing is spiritually connected. Physically, they're using this person physically, so you know that this is the person of your dream, right? But everything that happens spiritually. Physically, you can try, because a lot of people, they try that trick. They try to get the love potion, to get, thinking that they're gonna get the person back, because at the early stages, like I said, guys, it's something that you do not know what is happening. You cannot control. It's not normal. It's abnormal kind of things. These things that are happening to you, you do not actually understand what you're supposed to be doing. So, and you cannot be with the people that you're thinking about 24/7. You do not understand what is happening with you. You cannot think. You cannot face reality. You don't understand what is happening to you. What you want to do now, since the person you're trying to be with them, they do not want to be with you. Anyway, what do? You're thinking, okay, maybe I should get muti. I should try and get the love potion so I can get this person back. Money you will waste. You will waste a lot of it, because this is not something that is controlled physically. It's nothing physical, guys. It is, the tricks happen spiritual. But in dream format, in dream state, they will be telling you everything that you need to be told. Everything that is happening. What is delaying everything? Why you're not even there? Why there's you don't understand each other physically. They will tell it to you in dream state. You will tend to understand everything in dream state. Remember that the way we talk to ancestors in dream state. Yeah, ancestors. This is if you were to put it in another way, that would be nice. If for those people who are going crazy about this journey, especially the Baratani Bamoya journey, just think about this person as a living ancestor, because they are working spiritually with ancestors. They might as well just be called ancestors, because what the hell is that? What kind of love is that? That is ancestrally controlled, and physically you're crazy, and physically you cannot do any tricks. Spiritually is the people doing the tricks, ancestor spirits and guides, including him spiritual. Hey, let me tell you what the ancestors say this person is like. Remember they told me what this thing is about. They say this is your X1. It is, you know, like when they say the journey of the soul, like you've got one person sharing, you've got two people sharing one day. You might ask, what do I mean by that? I mean that this is the sacred kind of relationship. It's not even relationship, it's connection, because how do you call something a relationship if you actually cannot be in a relationship physically, but you can only just wish, see them walking past, or just be daydreaming. And anyway, talking about the daydreaming, remember that this in the early stages, because obviously ancestors, they want to concentrate, so they will suffocate you with the love, uncontrollable love, right? And then they dim it, they cool you down a bit. When they cool you down a bit, you might be wondering what the hell is happening. Obviously, they cool you down a bit so that you can heal. That's when the triggering process happens, where you're directed towards what you're supposed to be healing. Because remember, you'll be what they call it, you'll be avoiding that bit of yourself, that bit, because you wouldn't want, you know, when you're focusing on someone, because you do not want to focus on yourself. But unfortunately, you're gonna end up having to focus on yourself because you don't have any choice. because they will leave you no choice until you focus on yourself. Then that's when the healing process starts happening, meaning that you will know what you're supposed to be healing, because things are going to be revealed to you. You start seeing things that you need to heal, probably from childhood memories, things that happened. You need to heal them. Remember that as we're going through this journey, there's a lot of things that we heal. So there will be, when you start facing yourself, because obviously you'll be trying to get that person, isn't it? That person is not going to be focusing on you. They're going to be like there, too far away from you, and you'll be trying so much. But why? Then you end up having to go deep within yourself and focus on yourself, because you have no choice. Because that's what your ancestors want you. Then you'll be healing. You'll be healing that bit. When that bit is healed, you'll see you opening up. You're able to talk with each other again. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Thobela Kuku, Thobela Thando. Before I knew about my gift, I would smell flowers and start sweating when my ex girlfriend was in the vicinity. My body will get heavy every time before receiving a text or call from her. That is what I'm talking about. That is when they're opening you up. They will use the love. They will use the love to open every bit of you. You will be feeling the feels that you never thought. I'm talking about now when the ancestors are opening you up properly. Remember that this journey is, we need spiritual ears. There will be a lot of things that they are not physical, right? There will be a lot of things that you are in between physical and spiritual. So meaning that you'll be sensing things, and some things that physically you cannot make sense of it. So meaning that you'll be in between the spiritual and the physical when they're using this person to open every bit of you, every bit that needs this connection to be that line to be open, so the ancestors can get through. They can get through to you, and it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. The thing doesn't stop. The thing doesn't stop. The person will be used a lot every time when you need to heal. Remember that bit. So anyway, Thando, what you're saying makes sense. That means they will be opening you, meaning that you'll be becoming what they call it, the clear things. They'll be opening all the clairs. I forgot the names. I think I've written them. They'll be opening the clairs. They'll be opening your clairs, what they call it, clairsalience. That is the smelling bit. And then they'll be opening your clairvoyance, right? I'm talking about these people when they come to you. They'll be opening that bit. And I'm not talking about where you have control of it. You have no control of it. These things are happening like you cannot stop them. They're just happening. This person is just there to just take over. Through the direction of your ancestors, spirits, and guides. And you think you are loved. Your ancestors will show you what love is like. You feel it. So they'll be opening that bit, the clear cognizance. That is the way you feel the gut, with the gut, like you know there's something happening. But they'll be using the pese, the living pese. Then you'll be the clear audience. That is the hearing bit. Remember I told you about the hearing bit and the intuition bit, the clear part. When we're talking to each other, you'll be saying, I'm talking about the clairs, and I'll be like, what are you talking about? You'll be saying, I've got my soul partner, Lerato Lamoya. That is what is going to be happening to you. That is when the ancestors are taking over, and they're using someone to take over, using that bit. Your teacher. Actually, it's not your teacher, isn't it? It's a connection. It's a soul kind of connection, guys. It is a messy one. But it's in a good way. It's messy in a good way. How do you actually say it? How do you actually say it? Let me think about when I'm advising someone about it. Normally, when it happens, guys, these people, when they come to you, they will never come to you and nothing happens to you spiritual. When they come, if something doesn't happen to you spiritual, it is not a soul partner. That one is not. If they happen, that is just a... But I guess it is soulmate. A little bit can open a little bit. But when this person comes, you know the difference. You can tell the difference between the different kinds of the mating. You can be able to tell the other things they make like this, the others they make like that. But this one is a connection, isn't it? It's a connection, meaning that it's a spiritual bit. You'll be able to separate the different kinds of. I guess you'll be able to. You'll become like what they call that person, the person who give advice to people. Huh? Happy is saying you'll become like a counselor, but I doubt is a counselor bit. You become like what they call these people who, what they call it. I guess you become gogo or cool. I think when they come, you'll know that you're going through that. You're gonna be cool or gog. Because you're gonna be hearing all ancestor spirits and guides, because that's what they are here to do. They're gonna be here to open those beats. And I'm talking about when they're opening, you hear them. It's not gonna be like inner voice. They'll do all the things inner voice, and you're gonna be hearing it outside, auditory ways outside. The soul partner people, when they're done with you, you'll be calling all the ancestors' names and spirits and guides. I believe. And they don't actually end, they don't actually finish with you, because they are continuous. These people, they stay there in the background until you're supposed to heal. Then they pop up. It is a messy one, but it's not messy. It's challenging, I guess. I guess that's the only way I can put it. It's a challenging kind of thing. But I guess when you think about it, because they keep on, because of the activation, the way they activate the Kundalini, I guess you can say it's good, isn't it? Especially for those ones who, oh! Guys, I've got. Do you know the way the ancestors, they make sure that the addiction stays, it becomes addictive. The ancestors, they use the dreams, where you meet them in the dream state and you do the things that people think is not normal. That is when the ancestors, they want you to be addicted. But it's for your own good. Remember that. Remember that the whole thing is for your own good. Oh, hey, I was thinking about that woman that, like dear something. Like when you like those days where you write to someone, dear someone, you've got a problem, you've got an issue. Yes, you become like that. Whether you're male or female, you become like that. Once these people have gone past, you become like dear something. Like those people that you get counseling from. But you write in the news, those days, those early stages, those early days where you hear something on magazines and stuff like that. I've got an issue with this. It's a relationship problem. But this one, guys, is not a relationship, it's a connection. Unfortunately, ancestors, they don't own others. But today I'm here for you, for the good of my community. I'm here to tell you that this connection, guys, is messy in a nice way. So what is the Kennedy saying? As you're teaching her, I'm smiling all the way. You're a godsend. You're a blessing. I used to ask myself why I'm seeing in my dreams, not once, but many times. Now it makes sense. Dikeled. Like your name says, you'll be Dikeled. Will be like you'll go through some stages where it is just tears, Dikeled, and you just need someone like me to be giving you toilet, not toilet paper, because it's not toilet paper, because if you're Dikeled and you're crying, that means you need that thing, a tissue, isn't it? Like I said, I'm here for you. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking to you about this one. Because this one is like that. You go through stages where you're, like I'm saying, this is a different kind of thing, guys. This is nothing to do with you physically. Physically, you are not doing anything. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything. You cannot stop it. even when you want to, because the ancestral spirits and guides will not allow you. Actually, this is the way they showed it to me. The way they showed it to me, ancestors, the way they say you cannot stop that one. They showed it to me in something. Let me just draw something for you guys, so you can see how my people showed it to me in a dream state. I'll draw it for you. So I'll show you what they're saying. This one, this connection, it cannot be. You cannot. It cannot be. You cannot say, I do not want to be involved. Please leave me alone. You cannot do that, because it's got this. I'll draw something for you. So this is this. This is this. This is how they show. My ancestors showed it to me in the dream, right? So they showed it to me. This, right? This is like this is what's in the dream, right? You've got your let's say this is like this line, this round thing, right? It's like a metal thing, right? It's a metal thing. This metal thing is like it's on your foot. It's like a metal going through your foot like this, right? It's a metal. This is ancestors when they were teaching me about this connection and how you cannot stop it. So this is like your foot. This pen is like your foot. This metal connection is gone through your foot, right? Your foot. Your foot is in your foot. Your foot, yes. And this thing that you see here on this side, this bit, this is like living things, living organism things. Guys, it's nasty, isn't it? It's living organism things. It's like living things there. Living things there, living things there. This is your foot. The pen is your foot. This thing is gone through, this metal thing has gone through your foot. So meaning that you can try to do this. You can try to do this, meaning that if you get through this, you're gonna die, right? Because this connection cannot be left. And you cannot go this other way, because obviously if your foot touches this, if this metal thing can go up to here, your foot can go like this, But this you cannot touch. This thing cannot touch your skin. This living organisms cannot touch your food, because if they go through your food or your blood, you're dead. So that means this connection cannot be terminated. Even when you're dead, you will still be dreaming about this person. Now tell me if ancestors, spirits and guides, they're having a laugh, and the living people are just there as living. That is what it's all about. The connection cannot be cut. You cannot just you cannot leave it. You like I'm saying, you have no say in it. It cannot be done anything. Even when the person is dead, they'll be like become a guide. You'll still be feeling the feels with them being your guide, because they'll be working with ancestors now proper, because now they'll be like ancestor soul partner, ancestor, your ancestor soul partner, Lerato la Moya. So how as a person, how the hell do ancestors expect living people to operate like that? That is the question. How do ancestors, how do they actually do that? And now, remember that this person is there to help you grow spiritually, meaning that they'll be pushing you to heal. They'll be pushing you to heal. They'll be pushing. The good thing about it is that you'll be with them on your side, guys. You can create things that you never thought you could create, because they bring that bit of you. They make you melt metals with your own hands. They make you, like, you see this drink I'm drinking is sparkling mango and ginger, right? They make you taste it. differently. And when I'm saying taste it differently, yes, it start tasting different. That is the good thing about it. Now, what are you guys saying there? Tando, what's Tando saying? Tando, after our breakup, I had a dream where she was pregnant. We climbed the highest tower in the realm. In it, we shared a bed as the sun reached its highest point and filled the room with white light. Oh, Tando, how wonderful this is! How you really make you're filling me with love. Woo! What happened? How was the feeling? That's when I think my ancestors started calling me, even though I had no idea what the dream meant. Oh my gosh, Tando, that sounds really romantic. Imagine that, climbing the highest tower in the realm. Now, guys, remember that physically you won't be able to do the things that spiritual lovers are supposed to be doing. But spiritual, as in dream state, you'll be able to do the things that miracles will happen between two loving people. And the miracles, when they happen, you'll be able to, the music that is going to be played while you guys are in the process of creating. What am I saying there? Okay, Precious, Tomela, Gugu, Tomela, Precious. Remember, this is the gossip, guys. Remember, guys, don't forget to do the clicks. The clicks there. Remember that by doing the ticking there, this, you're helping me grow. Tomela, Precious. Remember, guys, that is what it's all about. Now, let me tell you about another thing that happens with this one. Okay. A lot of things. Remember that this is the only connection that when a lot of things, obviously you're gonna be sharing the same interest. You'll find that you're being fed something that happens to the other one, right? In dreams format, or sometimes even hearing them talking to you, the same way as ancestors talk to us. You'll be hearing them. Ancestors, they go in the background, they allow the person to talk through to you, meaning that you'll hear them talking to you, right? They'll be telling you everything that you need to know. Like they'll be telling you what is happening, right? So that obviously, because you'll be going crazy, I mean, it's not normal, right? You'll be going crazy. They need to tell you something that will make you feel better for a bit. I mean, no one wants to be going around going crazy. And when people are asking you why you're going crazy, and you explaining it that you're in love. So they need to talk to you. Ancestors need to go in take a break and let the person come and tell you, don't worry, you're going to be fine. So that you feel good. You had them. Remember, this is spiritual connection, guys. The same way that you hear ancestors, spirits and guides, the voices that when you're talking to your ancestors, when you know you're talking to that ancestor with that energy, with that voice, with that tone, with that vibration, when you're talking to them, you can tell that that ancestor is that one, even the way they're talking, right? Even him or her, when they're talking to you, is going to be the same. But when they come to you in the dream state, there won't be difference. As in physical, so is in spiritual. Apart from sometimes that your ancestors, because remember this connection is too much. It's too much. It's not for the faint-hearted. Even in dream state, it's not. They wouldn't let you meet like that, because obviously it happens in stages when you're supposed to go higher up the level spiritually, right? They'll make you meet them so that you know what you need to be working on so that you can go up, further up, right? Spiritually. These are the people who are helping you to grow spiritually. Remember that. Remember, guys, I'm talking to spiritual people, right? Remember that as spiritual people, as we heal, we go further up, right? As we heal, we go further up spiritually. So this person, there'll be a way you won't see them in dreams and stuff like that. They come when it's time for you to start looking at something or start healing something, or when they're coming to help you go further up. Remember that. So when they come in dreams, I think some people, you will see the difference, because when they come, well, actually, it depends what they're coming to do as well in dreams. Because when they're coming and it's something that you're not happy with, you're not going to be happy, isn't it? The following day, you're going to be miserable. But if they're coming and you know you had something you wanted to hear, the following day you'll be good, isn't it? You'll be feeling good. Even the ancestors, they'll be looking at you and they'll be saying, look at this one. I was happy, isn't it? We made it possible. That is that one. Anyway, so remember that they're there to help you grow spiritually. It is not about playing house. Yes, the wishing is real. You'll be wishing you were playing house, like really physical house. Like, oh, I wish. But the wishes will be just the wishes, will stay as wishes until you're healed and the person as well is healed. Remember, you can always tell whether you're healed and they're not. You can always tell. Remember, you can always tell, because even when you're talking as in physical, you can tell that the communication is not going to be normal. It's not going to be the same, because obviously you're still going through the healing. When one of you is going through something that hasn't been healed, they are not being themselves. The communication is not going to be the same. The communication is just going to be messy, as in messy. You're not going to understand each other. You're going to be confused talking to each other. You're going to just be confused, normally confused. But when you're talking to each other as in physical, and you hear the communication is going smoothly, that means none of you is pretending. Remember, they're there to strip you of your ego. That ego, that ancestors don't like, they will strip it off you. They will strip it off you, like seriously. They'll use what they call it. What they call that thing that you when you clean in the pot. Steel wool, you clean the pot, like you make them shiny. Use steel wool and you use that white powder thing. Clean them properly. They become shiny like that. They'll clean you off. They'll clean you properly. They'll get rid of ego. Well, they won't get rid of all of it, but they'll you'll get rid of it when they're involved, because remember they're there to make sure that path you open properly, so that you, even when you're going up there talking to ancestors, the ego bit is left behind. Because remember, you can't, when you're talking to ancestors with that kind of ego, it's not going to work properly. And when you're talking to other spirits and guides, it's not going to be, the ego bit is supposed to not be there. This is the truth of Koma. We are gossiping with the truth. We are talking about when ancestors are introducing you to someone, their ancestors are getting you to them through love. And you do not understand why you're in love. And you're going crazy. You're thinking about someone 24/7. Your obsession is high up there. It's nothing. People, actually, you might actually think you need to go to psychiatry to tell them that the problem is that there's someone living rent-free in your head 24/7. So you wonder if they can just get rid of him or her. Because remember, it's spiritual. Anyway, what do you guys say? Okay. So the ancestors started calling you Tando. That's interesting. Precious. Kuku, last year I started dreaming of man. He was black skinned with body and a bit tall, so I didn't know him. Okay. I've never seen him before, but in dreams I always felt like I knew him. I've known him. That is what it is all about. Precious, we are here to make you cry nicely. So remember that the early stages are nice. Love, bubbling. When the ancestors start making you heal, then it start going like a deep into what do they call it? How do I call someone who comes showing that kind of love sickness caused by caused by the soul partner? What do I call it? Well, if I tell you what I call it, you might feel anyway, you'll be feeling like that. You'll be sick. And the sickness is not like like I said before, it's not like the kind of sickness that you need prescription, where someone gives you prescription, you get pills or you get medicine, you start drinking it and drowning yourself and sleeping. No, this is the one that you come to Makatlo and Makatlo tells you that you need to cry as much as you need to cry, because you're going to cry for a bit and then you're going to stop crying. Then you're going to feel the feels, you're going to feel good again. And then Nagatlokulu will tell you, you'll come back again when you're about to go further up spiritual. You're going to cry again. At the moment, all I can give you is tissues. Because there's nothing I can give you that will make you feel better. Because with what you're going through is your ancestors. Ancestors are holding the cards. They're doing everything spiritual. And even this person doesn't know what is happening to them. Because both of you are just going through this. And you should be just cry. Just cry. You need to cry. What kind of a healer am I? Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, all right. What's Precious saying? The first dream was that I had a farm. It was an open space. Some people had fun, so people wanted to burn our grain crops. Woo! Listen to this one. And we started praying, me and that guy. When we opened our eyes, then all the other crops or other people were burned, only mine were left. Sometimes I dream that we share Bible scriptures. Me and that guy. Hey, it's a lot, It's a lot. So says Precious. Who Precious is in love with someone in the dream. Ha! So anyway, that is what I'm talking about. That one. They get you in the dream state. And Precious, I think if you haven't done what Adam and Eve have done by eating the forbidden fruit in the dream, if you, because once they do that, because once they do that, you'll be fine, isn't it? You'll be thinking, I mean, when ancestors are talking to you and they're telling you about other things, you listen, isn't it? Your ears will open up. Because I guess what you're saying, Precious, once they really get you with that person, if you what am I saying here? Guys, this is a healing session. It is the truth of God. We're talking about things that ancestor spirits and guides do by introducing us to people that we never thought we could be introduced to, by making us feel the feels. And then they make sure that we listen to them. And then when we listen to them, they start making us think about things that happen to us so that we can heal them. And then when we start healing those things, and then we're thinking about things that happened to you in the early stages, these things that were nice, and we want to feel those nice things again. Ancestors, they say, no, you can never go back there. And then you're wondering why. Because if you're going to be a healer, and ancestors, they do things like this, what are you supposed to do? And tell people. And then the ancestor says, this is what they call soul partner, spiritual world. It's nothing to do with physical. What the hell? How can ancestors do things like this to us, the living? Remember that today I'm standing up for the living. So ancestors, spirits and guides, today they will have to forgive me. Because I do not understand why they do things like that. Why they do things like that. They introduce people to people that they cannot be with, only in dream state. What kind of love is that? What kind of love is that? Where is spiritual? Only love that the only time you'll have to feel something. You have to go to a dream state. You have to go and see someone in the dream. And then when you go in there, and only there by chance, ancestors will let you see the person by chance as well. And as well, when they're doing that, they want you to heal other bit, or they want you to grow spiritual. What kind of relationship is this? If it is a connection, please let us know. But what kind of relationship comes like that? But anyway, guys, remember that a lot of people don't know about this bit. People think that they're being bewitched. People start feeling things. People start dreaming about people, and they dream about them every day. The things start happening to them physically, where they start feeling the feels physical. They start enjoying themselves in dreams by eating fruits in dreams, and they start going to healers. They want the healer to take the things away. They say it's lie. And they're saying someone is bewitching them, because how come someone is in their mind 24/7? People don't like that one. I mean, I've never heard of that. People don't like it. They say they don't understand. They don't want to understand to understand what love is like. They don't want to feel that bit. People rather not feel the purest kind of love, because they say it's scary. They say it scares them. Because that one comes with that. And people think that when they meet that person, because remember that the energy from that person is different. It's just they've got the different energy signature in the dream, and meaning that even if you don't see them in the dream, you are in the dark. Room is dark. It's darkness. When they're walking in it, you'll sense them. You'll sense them. Meaning that all the senses will be heightened. Meaning that you hear everything. Even your body will start doing the things that the body don't do in dream state. And I'm talking about in the dark. That is their energy signature. You know it. But people think that someone is bewitching them. How do you get bewitched in a nice way like that? Oh, okay. What am I saying there? Tando, and you are going to cry. It got to a point where other girls started. What the hell happened? All right, let's hear what Tando said. And you are going to cry. It got to a point where other girls started asking what she had that they don't. These were questions I could not answer. My ancestors only recently told me that they have had full control of all my relationships so far, that I shouldn't be too hard on myself about them. I learned many lessons that I wouldn't have learned if I just listened to someone teach them, or if I had read them from a book. Tando, I think when you're meeting girls, you need to tell them the truth. You need to tell them that it is a fucked up situation. You cannot undo what you cannot undo. You have tasted the things that spiritually only you are able to explain. So people who are coming after that, they're just going to end up being called people. That one will be, that one they just have to know that one is there. There's nothing you can do about it. The girls will come and go, right? The one will stay. But remember what the good thing about it is that sometimes the nice thing is that even though they might be there, your people will, if you haven't yet met someone, like to be with someone, they might actually ease that bit, the love kind of it. They might ease it a little bit so that you can open up to someone. But that person who comes is going to be someone who's aligning with you a little bit. But unfortunately, you cannot forget about the one that you know. How do you go back to being 1 year old if you're in your 20s or in your 30s or in your 40s? It's impossible. No, that's not a good example. Once that bit has been crossed, you cannot go back. You cannot say I haven't seen what I've seen. You cannot say I haven't sensed what I've sensed. You cannot say I haven't gone through the things I've gone through. It's impossible. So other people who come afterwards, they just need to know the truth, unfortunately. It is spiritual.
Can I just say hi to your viewers?
No, not hi when you're looking. No.
I'm good.
No, because no. No, because I'm talking about something that you shouldn't be here.
What's that about?
It's about love. And you know, bye. You can take the drink and go.
Oh, love.
Exactly. Please. Thank you. Can I get ice cubes? Crush ones and put that drink in there, please. Just throw that bit out. That's what happens, Tando. Unfortunately, it is how it is. Precious. And I met someone like him 5 months late. When I see him in pictures, I feel somehow like lingering like a little heads with him. I only feel like that when I get deep in prayers. How shame, Precious. Digga Lady says,
Is that enough?
yes, that's enough. Put that. Digga Lady says, do ancestors use, put it there. Thank you. Digga Lady says, do ancestors use someone who were really in love with physical? I'm asking because for me, this guy was a spiritual person and we had so many things in common. Hey, he used to tell me that he was going to marry me one day, but then it did not happen. What happens is that this one, it goes differently for everyone, right? The way you meet these people is different for everyone. Sometimes It might be that someone you met before earlier on, right? And obviously maybe you were not even there, like thinking about it, like this, what is actually happening here. You probably didn't even like each other. You actually hated each other, right? But sometimes it could be that you meeting someone for the first time and then poop, they show the person, because obviously it's the right, you're meeting them at the right time, because that's when you're supposed to spiritually awaken, because they come to awaken you spiritually. Remember that. But sometimes it could be that yes, you might have been in love from a long time, then you didn't think about it as in any other way. It was just love, like that kind of love, infatuation kind of thing, or maybe just love, nice romantic love. But then when they get, if it becomes that soul partner, like it becomes a spiritual connection, it means they activate them in a way that when you're seeing them and when you're feeling them, is no longer the same as the kind of love that you know, and stuff like that. It becomes something spiritual, meaning that it is something that it is not normal. It's not normal. I mean, when I'm saying it's not normal, I'm thinking about love as in normal terms, the way we think about love. Because this one, the moment they start opening you through the dreams, they show you that person, even you will know, because the things that are going to be happening to you and your body, especially when that person comes to mind in your thinking, it is going to be different, because you'll be feeling totally different from the normal things that when you're in love, just normal love, you just feel you're missing someone, and then you just want them to cuddle you, right? And then you just, oh, I want to call them and stuff like that. Or maybe I'm going to call them. No, this one, when they activate you properly like that, when they open you and they're awakening you, that means you have no control. What happens to you, you do not understand, you do not know, you cannot explain. It just happens. It is ancestral things. They're doing things. Your body is just there receiving love. Full force kind of love, which is abnormal. That is the only way I can explain it. So, he was going to marry you one day. Yes, the early stages, yes, you promise each other the world, isn't it? You promise each other the world, but they remember that they're there to help you grow spiritually. So that means that in the beginning they might promise you the world, but the moment they start triggering you, you'll be questioning yourself. Because at the early stages, yes, because even the person, you both are gonna be going through all this craziness together. You'll be talking about things that remember that it's not like it's not something that is pretend. There's no pretense there. You'll be at the early stages. You'll be open, meaning that you'll be natural. This, because it's natural love, right? It evolves, and it just grows on you, like without you doing anything. So things will happen at the early stages, meaning that you'll be openly talking about things, and if you cannot be together, obviously, because obviously depending on where you are where you are, if it's someone who's in committed relationship, or is someone who's married, or is someone who's taken. Remember, when these things are happening, it really doesn't matter where you are, both of you. Things that just happen spiritually, they just open you together at the same time, activate you together. So both of you are just mentally don't understand what is actually happening. You just don't know. You're trying to understand, even the person is trying to understand what the hell is happening between us. But it's activation. Remember that. It's activation. They're activating you. So things will be obvious, like, oh, but maybe if we were not like here doing this, maybe we're not together with others, things will be, because obviously in the early stages you'll be talking openly to each other. But then once you start triggering each other, once the person opens you to heal. You'll be here watching me like this, with tissue. You're talking about something I've been through. Remember that we can cry as much as we want here, because this is healing, right? Uh, okay, it was good. Okay. Olga is going through it. I met someone like that last year, and it was torture. Following each other like around, throwing yourself in doing all kinds of things, and you cannot control your high milk call, and then you sell your left arm for them. I get it like oh, I know the feeling. The early stages are good, yes, they're good, but when they start triggering, taking you to what you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to go, that is when you find that one of you will be chasing the other, because you cannot understand why you were feeling like that, and all of a sudden someone cannot feel the same way as you're feeling. So you'll be trying to get to them, like, come on, that thing that was happening between us was different. You must be joking. You must be still feeling the same as I'm feeling. You're lying. Because this is the way I'm thinking about things, the way I'm seeing things, the way my body's feeling, the way I'm dreaming. I mean, seriously, you cannot tell me that you don't feel these things. You cannot tell me that you don't dream about these things. I mean, you coming to me vividly in dreams. I mean, seriously, what is happening? And when you're coming to me, you're telling me things, and I see you doing those things. I mean, seriously, you cannot say you don't actually experience what I'm experiencing. I mean, I want to be with you, and there's no way that you can tell me you don't want to be with me. And I'm gonna be chasing. I'm gonna chase it. I'm gonna chase it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care even if I look like a fool. I'm gonna be just bombarding you until you block me. And bombarding I will do. And I'm gonna be asking you why. But you know how I'm feeling. You know I'm feeling something, right? But how come you're not feeling something? I mean, seriously, what is this? Because you are afraid to go back and into yourself. Because you are trying to find something outside. Your ancestors, they want you to go within, to find that love that you have, to share it out there with the person you're chasing. The ancestors want you to love yourself the same way as you're loving that one. The ancestors, they want you to think and remember that you can, instead of chasing that one, you can chase yourself, the real you. Find yourself and start healing things that you don't want to think about. Those things, you're not going to get it from that person. That person was just there to remind you that love is like that. But ancestors, they want you to go within yourself so you can heal. Oh, God is being triggered. Oh, God, you need a tissue. I think you need water. But remember, Olga, this is about crying. This is a crying session. You're here. I understand what you're going through, Olga. I understand what you're going through. The pain is too much. And remember that you heal, right? Physically, you're gonna have to go deep, right? Deep. You're gonna be going deep. You're gonna be thinking about things that are uncomfortable, you don't want to think about. Because remember, that person is there to show you something that you need to heal. That's what they're there for. Because they're when you see them, you see yourself. Because that's everything about them is you, right? They're showing you that bit of you that needs to be looked at. Everything that they're showing to you. When they're running away from you, it means you're running away from yourself. When they're doing things to you, that means you're facing yourself. If they're coming to you, that means, you've been looking at yourself. That means you're bringing them back by facing yourself. But unfortunately, the bubbling stage, this kind of connection is kind of strange, isn't it? Because everything that you want to know can be shown to you in dream state. These people will be showing it to you. The person you're crying about will be showing them to you, saying that, look, the reason why I'm running away from you is because of this. You need to heal that bit of you. But because ancestors have made you feel the feels that you've never felt before, you're not gonna be listening to the man in your dream. You're gonna want to talk to the man in physical, or the woman physical, depending if he's a man or a woman. Is a crying fest tonight. It's a crime fest. And talking about that, normally when these people are coming, like when they're coming to you, right? Remember that they will help you heal. Remember that these things, it goes in stages. Remember, it's not going to be the same all the time. You're going to be, remember that I'm talking to you properly, right? With your friend, but the friend will tell you the truth. Remember that they're going to be, you're going to be feeling like all those kind of things, like obviously you'll be thinking about them, everything. It's different, guys. It's different because remember that this is not something you control. Physically, you cannot control. These things, I told you that ancestors, they are like holding the radio. They open it so that you can feel the feels. When they close it, they open it so you feel the feels. They close it. Like that. Just put juice for me there. Thank you.
What kind of juice?
The same I was drinking. This one. So they do that. This is nothing to do with the physical person, right? It's spiritual. Everything is happening spiritual. So spiritually they will control it. They will control it. Keep on controlling it. And you keep on feeling the feels. And then sometimes they let you go. Meaning that that's enough. That's too much. Why are you doing this for me? Looks like you want something. Okay. You can go because I'm still there. No, thanks. I don't need anything. So that is what happens with this one, guys. This is what happens. But it is the best bit of spirituality. It is the best bit of spirituality. I know I keep on saying that it is mercy, but it is the best bit of spirituality because remember, everything is directed. So everything that you need to work on is going to be shown to you. Everything that every progress is going to be shown to you. This person will be showing you progress every time every time you're running away from yourself, you're focusing on them. You'll see that even them they're going away. It's like they're going away, isn't it? But every time when you start focusing properly on your spiritual matters, you will see them being drawn towards you because it's like you can always tell when you're lacking and when you're not lacking because they're there to help you. Every time when they come to give you that boost so you can go spiritual. Marcos, check your sound. I can't hear you properly. How is that? Can you hear me? Or I can't. Okay, must have been my internet. So they always come to help you grow spiritually. You can always tell where you are spiritually because these people, they will show you. They'll show you every bit that needs to be worked on. They'll show you everything. They'll show you where you are in the journey. Physically and the spirit. Physically, I think physically, if you want to live properly, nicely, in peace, you need to forget about the physical person. You need to concentrate on the physical person. When I'm saying the spiritual person, remember, the physical person is the one you meet physically, but they will come to you spiritually in dreams, right? So if you want to live nicely, happily ever after, you need to concentrate on what that physical person, that spiritual person is saying to you and what this physical person is doing with you and what not why am I saying physical? That spiritual person is your lead. Everything you'll find it there. All the information, everything that you need to know, everything, all the stages, where they are, everything that to do with you and them is in the dream. Remember that the same way as the way our ancestors talk to us, these people will do exactly the same way. So the physical person, remember, if I was you, I'll just know they're there. But once you both are healed, you're vibrating properly together at the same level. You see when you meet and you do anything you do together, you'll see how successful it gets. Because that's what it is all about. Anything you do together, you do anything together, like you meet and do something together. Yes, we'll be talking differently. Okay, all right, it's good now. That's good. That is what it's all about. That's why we must just get married. Well, I guess if you both are healed, because you cannot, if one of you is healed and the other one is not healed, you'll be messy to each other, because there'll be lots of triggering, Olga. And that kind of trigger is not a normal kind of trigger. It's the same kind. You see the excessive kind of love that you get. Even the triggering is excessive like that. It's abnormal. It's not like a normal kind of trigger that people get. You triggering me into thinking about things, and they trigger you into becoming what is that? Is that a snail? A snail, when you touch it, right? It goes inside. Even a tortoise, isn't it? You poke it, the head goes inside, disappears. I think that was an example. Anyway, that is there. They're like that. Marriage. Yeah, you probably, because remember that these journeys, the journeys are different for everyone. Everyone's journey is totally different. Journeys are totally different. This is just we're just talking as in things that might be common to others. Remember that is not all the journeys are going to be the same. Not the same way as even our ancestors, the way they get to us is not going to be the same for everyone. Even this one is not going to be the same for everyone. It's different. Now, what we're just talking about is that there's just that person. We're just talking about that person who is going to be, it's going to be like different from everything that you know. That is what it's all about. That is just that person. Spiritual connection. The woman or the man of your dream. And they say it is rare, isn't it? It's rare. Not everyone will go through that bit. I don't know if it's a good thing or it's a curse. Do we see it as a good thing or as a curse? I guess you cannot say it's a curse, because if we say it's a curse, that means we won't be able to hear our ancestors. Imagine my ancestors listening to me saying that and disappearing, all of them. Woo! And the spirits. Guys, imagine what I'll be left with. Why will I be calling myself now? That means I won't be calling myself Mogoloma Kosi Makolo. What will I call myself after my ancestor disappear? It's not a curse. It's a good thing, I guess. It's a good thing. The person is working with the ancestors, spirits and guys. Now, what I find interesting as well, this is something my ancestors said. What I find interesting as well is that then ancestors, right, they show you that that one cannot it cannot end. Even if you're dead, you'll still be meeting each other in other realms, right? Both of you, even if you're both dead, you'll be meeting each other, because this is continuous. This is like your partner for life. Is that spiritually you'll be. Anyway, you once you have this one, if you've gone through this route, you know that you meet them even when you go to other realms, right? Other realms, like other realms, you meet you meet, you meet them anyway. You guys understand. Anyway, so ancestors, the thing that I don't understand with this soul partner, Ratula Moe, is that ancestors, they do the tricks, right? They get you through that, and then after that they say no, it is not, and they say no, we want to stop, and because obviously if they see that you're going nuts, you're becoming a nuisance to them, because you're thinking about the other bit, you're not thinking about plants and healing other people. And ancestors want you to be thinking about plants and healing other people, and all you're thinking about is the other one 24/7. So what ancestors will do is that they will tell you that you need to stop thinking. How do ancestors do things like that? I mean, how do ancestors even think that they can tell you? The question is this one I'm asking myself. If ancestors can do the tricks and pump up the natural life, what? I'm not talking to you, baby girl.
I know, but I'm trying to get ready.
What do you need? What do you need?
I'm bored.
I'm coming. Anyway, that is the... I'll get to you. Can you go? Give me 30 minutes. Sit down and be quiet. Actually, no. You're not gonna get a puppy. You won't get a puppy, so
I'll be really quiet.
I'm dealing with that one now. Anyway, so that is just that. Guys, I was talking about that one, the soul partner path. It is like that hectic. So ancestors sometimes they will stop you. They'll tell you that this is becoming a nuisance to them, right? Even spiritually, like remember that, because this is I told you that is a separate thing. This is like a different journey on its own, meaning that the ancestors, once they've made sure that you guys have met each other physically, spiritually and physically. Remember, once they've done that, they've gone through that, they've opened you, they opened you the way they wanted to open you. Now you're operating properly and stuff like that. The person now supposed to come when they need to be dealing with other issues, they'll come, right? So ancestors, they can try and even stop the person from meeting you spiritually. Because why they do that is that because you will be bothering them physically, saying you want to meet your person spiritually. Guys, this is a different kind of thing I'm talking about. It is different. It's messy. It's messy because you cannot be with the person physically. Now you start understanding the journey properly. You start demanding to meet your Ratula Moya spiritual. You start even bypassing ancestors because you want to meet your person. The ancestors now, they can see that. Remember that the spiritual journey, you will have guides, ancestors, spirits, and everyone there in this beat, this line, this level, right? Let's just say in the 6th dimension, because the fifth dimension is where they meet you when you hear them talking to you, inner voice, right? Let's say they're there in their sixth dimension. That's the only way I can think of for now. You bypassing them now. You are now, you instead of asking your people, I haven't seen that one. What is actually happening? I'm now stressed. I cannot deal with this. I'm thinking too much, and all I'm thinking is that one, and that is happening too much, and now I cannot be. Things are just going crazy and stuff like that. You now want to directly call, because spiritual, you can reach them. The same way as you can, when you're partying, you can reach ancestors, right? But now you're bypassing that bit. You want to directly call your one, the spiritual one. These ancestor spirits and guides would be like there, like a hawk, stopping the gate, like, you cannot pass us. You cannot pass us. You cannot pass us. Because when you just, you're no longer listening to them now. You want you're demanding to meet your one. Tando Peter, what is the chance of spiritual partners also being spiritually gifted? Very high. Because remember, very high. Because remember, when you meet these people, even though sometimes you might meet and you realize that they're doing something else, that you're doing something is totally different. The moment you activate, because remember, you'll be, these are people that you'll be doing the same, similar things. You'll be doing similar things. Your journey will be towards one main thing, right? These people that you meet, they'll share everything. They'll be like everything about you is them. Everything about them is you. Their interest, your interest is the same. It's just the same. There's no difference. If you look properly, there's no difference between the two. Whatever they're doing and what you're doing, you see that spiritually you're going to the same direction. You might not, one of you might still be drawing towards something else, but you both are going towards the same road. Because that is the reason for a spiritual partner. You don't meet someone where someone is there, they're involved with something, and you're involved in something, and those two, they don't mix. No. This is exactly you. Everything about you is them. Everything about them is you. Once if they haven't started healing, obviously you wouldn't see that they're going towards the same road as you, because obviously they're still pulling the other way. They're still trying as much. But the moment they start dealing with their issues, you'll see they'll be following your road, because you are both are going towards the same thing. Because that is what it is. That's what you both are here for anyway, to help each other along your purpose. Both of you are going towards one main purpose. It's just that the problem is that sometimes due to challenges that as living physical people, you face challenges. You find that ego involved as well. You might find that. Well, please don't do that, because I'm using the light.
Yeah, but it makes smack change.
It doesn't matter. I'm okay with it like that.
Okay.
So you will find that you both are going towards the same thing. If you are a spiritual person, even that person is going to be a spiritual person. You're going to be going towards the same thing. But you might not. You'll see everything will be. You'll be going towards the same thing, similar, even if it's not the same, but similar. But along the way, you're gonna meet halfway. That's why I'm saying that once you meet and you both are doing one particular thing that you're here to help each other do, it's gonna be this most successful thing. created by two living people.
Can I read out the comments?
No, please, I do not want to hear either. Digalate. I think very soon we're going to start to pay for spiritual classes from you. This is amazing. Yeah, I'm blown away because everything you're saying is 100%. You're reading my life story. Oh, shoo, Digalate. You get there. You get there. Remember, especially with this, everything when as things open up, you realize that even the people that after you meet them, the people that you're directed towards, you find that it is as if everyone is just putting people your way. The people you're supposed to be meeting and stuff like that, everything. The people who are pulling on other side, you see you living them as you're growing spiritual. Then you're being directed towards people, and then you find that at some stage, you too, you end up anyway. You might end up meeting the same people as well. But then you don't realize it at the time. But as time goes on, when you meet and you're talking properly, like if both of you are healed a little bit, at least you're meeting. Because remember, it's like you meet, you go separate ways. Then you meet again when when it's needed. You meet the same way. When you meet, you find that one of you might still be holding, might not be open as much as they're supposed to open, but you get some information physical. But obviously, spiritually, you're getting them in dreams. Information, you're getting it in dreams. But physically, they might acknowledge some things you're seeing in dreams, but they don't realize it. Or you don't realize that you're saying something, acknowledging something for them as well. So you're meeting like that. Then you go separate ways. You meet, probably even meet same people, but you don't realize it. At some stage when you meet, you realize, even though we're trying this people, it's like we are just running into each other all the time. This thing is spiritual. Remember, the whole thing is directed. It is as if, what they call it, that thing when you're dancing and you're dancing for the same tune, you're in the same dance, in the same rhythm and stuff like that. In synchronity.
Oh no, it's called a syncing.
You're syncing. Yeah, synchronicity, isn't it? Yeah.
No,
You're dancing. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And please, I do not need chaperone. This is my care. Anyway, that is what is happening. Oh, what's happening with you? Already, my spiritual partner is a colored person and I'm a closer. But I'm more spiritual aligned than he is. I think he's avoiding his truest self. And that one, you might find that as you meet, when you get to meet, remember that the reason that you guys might not be meeting is because one of you needs to go through healing. Until, even if it's you go through your own healing, you find that it will be easy to meet them. You realize that sometimes they are being like that to you. They are coming across to you like that, as if they haven't evolved spiritually, or they are still far behind. For you, you might be seeing it like that. But when you hear that bit of you that needs healing, and now you're meeting as it to activate another bit of you, to activate you to grow more, to get to develop more spiritual, like self-development, because they are there for that. So you'll find that when you talk, like you openly talk to each other, you'll find that sometimes the people that you think are not spiritually haven't gone as far as you. They're actually so far ahead. You understand? They were just waiting for you. While waiting for you, they were being shown to you like that. There's nothing going on with them and stuff like that. It's the same thing as when you're meeting each other right for the first time at the early stages. You'll be babbling both of you cannot avoid each other anyway, like physical and spiritual. You cannot avoid each other, because what is happening is that you need to open up. They need to open you properly, so they need to get you together, because being together means energetically together, physically in close proximity. You're activating each other, isn't it? So they'll be pushing you close to each other all the time. Every time, it's not, it's the same thing as when you go into the water to cleanse, when you go into the mountain to align properly their chakras properly. You get energetically, there's some energy you get there. Even with them, it works like that. You being close to them, in close proximity, your energies, you're aligning with them. You're aligning the chakras, even just being in like that. Even talking on the phone sometimes, things like that. Your chakras are aligning. They're helping you align that bit of you. Remember that. So once that bit is done, when you're talking to each other, you'll find that what you think you're far is not like that. It's not the case. Sometimes when they pretend as well that they do not think about you. If it is Baratani Bamoya, I'm not talking about the Baratani Bamoya is very, very straightforward. It's not something to be confused with people being addicted to others who don't love them. Baratani Bamoya is spiritual. It means that things are going to be happening to you spiritually that are going to be obvious that this is not something that is related to how love is supposed to be as in physical terms. It is a spiritual kind of thing. Everything will be spiritual. Things will be happening to you. Your people will be showing you things to ensure that you're following the right path. They'll be when you go out of the way, they'll be doing things. Sometimes you actually might even make you when you in the dream state, spiritually meeting, they say something. So your people, when they want you to make sure that you understand this is spiritual things, whatever they say, when you're talking to them physically, they will say it exactly as they said in dream, because your people want to show you that this is not something we are not playing here. It is serious, spiritual. They will say it exactly and do exactly as they did. They will show them exactly as they show them in the dream state. They will show it to you in physical state, because they want to show you that this is not a joke. It is serious matters. That's why I'm saying there's no Muti that works for that one. Not that I've been asked for Muti for it. But I'm just telling you that it doesn't work. Muti doesn't work on that one. And that is what that, yes. And if the person is showing you that they're avoiding their truest self, that means even you are avoiding that bit of you. Because remember that whatever they're showing you, it is about you. If they're showing you that bit like they do not care, that means even you do not care about yourself. Because remember that they're supposed to take you back to who? To yourself. So whatever that they're reflecting back to you, remember they're your mirror. They're mirroring you. Everything about you, they will be mirroring. You'll be seeing it in them. When they're like they do not care, nothing, they're avoiding and stuff like that. It means that you're avoiding yourself. You do not want to look at yourself. You do not want to face yourself. So everything that they're doing, they're reflecting back to you. When they're being like that, you must look within, look at yourself and think, okay, what is happening with me? Why is this person reflecting this back to me? What am I supposed to look at? Oh, I'm not being my truest self, because you're chasing that one. You're not look at yourself. Because when you chase, they will show you the bit that is lacking within you. Okay. Not well. I think your daughter is spiritually gifted for her to be interested in spiritual talks like that. Something is happening with her. Her ancestors want you. She's saying that she thinks you're spiritually gifted. something is happening with her, and this is wanted to learn. Well, let's not put it like that. She's gonna be going crazy and think that she's really there.
Really
But-
where?
Nothing. I'm not talking to you. Yes, we might be there. We might be going that in that way, but I hope she doesn't go through the soul partner path, because that one, hey. But I guess not everyone will go through that, isn't it? Because like they say, it's rare. It's not an easy one, isn't it? But people can go. Anyway, that is just that we've been talking for 2 hours, guys. We'll talk again. Remember that we'll talk again. This is not a one thing. Remember that I told you that this topic will keep on going back to it all the time. We'll keep on going back to it all the time, because it is a topic that doesn't end. Remember, that one, once you're introduced to that one, remember that it stays there in the background. You go with it. Remember that. But that's just that. Remember, it is one of those things. So anyway, as spiritually loved people, people who cannot be with people they love physically, and they're spiritually healing, and they're spiritually connected. And remember, as people who find lots of beautiful love in dreams format, people who will always understand what it is like to have that kind of, because remember this, the whole thing is about loving yourself as much as that kind of love that you've been shown that exists. You're supposed to give it back to yourself, because you need it. You need it so that you can balance all your the energies within yourself, the masculinity and the femininity energies within yourself. That is why these people are there, to take you back to that, so those things can be managed, they can be balanced, because that is what is lacking within us. Remember that. Anyway, remember that we're gonna come back and we will gossip about these things as time goes on. Today we're just gossiping, right? And we wanted some tissues. Anyway, I thought you guys were gonna be healing, because not only healing. I wanted you to cry nicely. Anyway, remember, we are loved up people. So I'm going to spiritually send you that love, the heart that is needed. Remember that. And remember, the truth of karma will come. Will happen. Well, this topic, I love it too much, right? I love it too much. Actually, I didn't share much with you because guys, it's a topic that you need to think properly about. Anyway, but as time goes on, we'll be opening up nicely, so we can share nicely with each other. We can talk about it nicely, guys, because this topic is interesting. Don't mind me when I'm saying it's messed up, because guys, in dreams there's nothing messy. It's all love. Pure. Anyway,